So this is video 1 in the Unit 210 series, or we commonly call it the Mule. In this video we're going to show you hookup to the trailer as well as deploying the Mule off the trailer. We'll go over some of the functionality of this unit in another video, but this just has to do with deploying in the trailer. So what we've simulated here is we'll say we're still at the fire hall. We've backed our backed our truck to the trailer. We've dropped the receiver onto the ball and we're going to hook it up. Okay? So a couple things here on your receiver. This particular one, there is a pinch point here. So you have to actually take the tension off in order to get the receiver on the ball. So just be careful. You should wear gloves for this because you have to you got to snap it down a little bit. Okay? There is also a pin required. Okay, and that just ensures everything's locked in place. Okay, so the pin is in, my receiver is engaged, so it's holding on to the ball. I need to plug in my lights, hook up my chains. You notice we just do one cross of the chains. Okay, so my chains are on, I'm hooked up, my lights are hooked up. We have our jack, so then we will lower it. Once we've lowered it, we've got to get the jack out of the way. And don't drive away with it down. Of course, you want to get it out of the way because that could hit something. And then we use a piece of cribbing under our jack just so that make sure we can get it off. It just takes up a bit of that space. Okay, so that's the basic hookup of the trailer to our truck. Okay, while we're here, I'll just show you a couple things that are also on the trailer. So in the toolbox, we've got essentially everything you're going to need if you're going to run the open bar chainsaw, which is in here. Okay, so we've got our chainsaw helmet. The chainsaws run on mixed fuel. Okay, so make sure if you're ever grabbing fuel, you're taking a look at what you're grabbing. So this is chainsaw fuel, it's mixed. It'll say that right on it. We've got bar and chain oil. Okay. Some rags. There are a few N95 masks, as well as your wrench or your scrunch for your chainsaw. There are shafts, so anytime you're running an open bar chainsaw, you must wear the shafts. Your bunker gear is not acceptable for that, so make sure you're wearing your shafts. And there's a few other things you might need, like spark plugs, things like that. So all our blocking or cribbing that you might need is kept there. And also in here is clear gas. So again, this isn't for the chainsaw. This would be for say the pump on the back of our bush trucks. You could also use this on the small Honda pump on the back of 215. So that's just clear gas. So again, make sure if you're grabbing gas, you're grabbing the right gas. So there's mixed gas for the chainsaws and clear gas for the pumps. Okay. Also within the toolbox is a small bucket, and we'll show you that for cleaning out the pump on the Mule. Okay, some of the other functionality of this trailer as far as making sure we have our securement. You'll notice that we've backed the Mule onto the trailer. Reason for that is weight distribution on the trailer. Of course, the heaviest point is going to be under our water tank, so that's why we back it on, okay, for weight distribution. We strap the Mule to the trailer, okay. So just be aware as well, just because the straps are different lengths for how we weave them through the Mule, there is a strap that goes to the front of the trailer and a strap that goes to the back, and they are marked, but again, front means the front of the trailer, not the front of the Mule. Okay, also on our trailer we do keep a pool. So that's where our second portable pool on scene is. It's on this trailer. Of course, when we go to take the mule off the trailer, we have to remove that. So I'll just get that out of the way now. Moving up, again, here's our back trailer strap that goes to the front of the mule. Okay. Here we have some supports for our trailer, and these are intended for when we're driving the mule on or off. Okay. Now, when you're doing this, the safe way to do this is to have it hooked to the vehicle. So don't take the mule off the trailer without having it hooked to the tow vehicle. Okay, so on and off, you're always hooked to the vehicle. But what these are for is just, again, to help stabilize as we're driving it off. We want to make that as stable as we can, so that's what these are for. Okay, so this would be part of your circle check before you leave. Make sure that they're in the up position, because if they are, if someone did left them down, and really we should, they're all the way up or all the way down when we're doing this so that they're not forgotten. But just in case, when you're checking to make sure everything's secure before you leave, in your circle check, just make sure those are up. So if once we get to the point where we're deploying, now we are going to lower this down. So you're just going to have to use some judgment with that, okay, because it's never going to be perfect where you're going to be touching the ground perfectly. Okay. So just use some judgment, find the hole that's going to be as close as you can. And again, it just helps stabilize it when you're taking it on and off, so it's not moving around quite so much. Okay, so the position I put it in now is for driving the mule off the trailer. Okay, so that's what those are for. On the back of our trailer, we have these, and this is what holds the back of the trailer on, or this is our ramp. Once we put it to the ground, that's what we drive the mule up and over. So that's what those are for, and they just simply work. Give it a little jiggle, and then it's spring loaded, and you just set it off to the side, and then once you do the other side as well, then it's ready to come down. Okay. Deploy. Just get this one to the ready position as well. Okay. Another good tip for taking the mule on and off is have the parking brake on your tow vehicle on. Again, just stops as much movement as possible, so have your parking brake on your tow vehicle as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower this, and then we're going to bring the mule off. Okay? Okay, slowly lower it down. So when we're taking the mule on and off, this is a job that you need a spotter, so make sure 2 of you are doing this. Now we're going to take our straps off. Okay, now we're ready to deploy the mule onto the ground. We'll go over the starting operation of the mule in another video, so I'm just going to take it down and get it off for now. you're bringing it on and off, nice easy movements, nice and slow. You can see with the way we've set it up, there wasn't a big rodeo. The trailer wasn't tousled around as we did that. One of the things I want to show you though, now that all that weight is off the trailer, these feet did jump up and there's quite a bit of space there. And you would think the logical thing would be to do is to drop that down when we back it back on. But the problem with that is once the weight's on it, you're not going to be able to get those back up. So again, you got to use a little bit of judgment. Okay. So once the weight is on the trailer, that gap is going to close again. So it will give us the stability we need. So again, just use a little bit of judgment. Okay. So this is a two-person job. I'm going to back it back on, and my spotter is going to tell me when I get to the right spot. Very careful about lining up your tires with these supports. Okay, you can actually see already where once in a while when that's been missed, this is already starting to be pushed down, and eventually that's going to push away. So you want to make sure your tires are lined up with these supports. So before you go on, make sure you have that lined up. Okay, my spotter's ready. Okay, now with my parking brake deployed, we'll get out, and of course we would put this back together in the reverse order, making sure that our strap front to back are there, the gate is up, as well as our pool is secured before we leave. And now you can see here that that gap is closed again, even though there was quite a gap when the trailer was empty. So again, with these, use a little bit of judgment. I would suggest that they're always all the way up or all the way down. Even if you drive the mule away, if all of a sudden we have to move the truck and they're down, especially if we have to do it in a hurry, that could be missed and then we could hook that on something. So if the trailer or the mule is off, put those all the way up to the stow position.